This video demonstrates a process that will help you construct and play chord inversions quickly and easily. There are many occasions that will require constructing and playing chords in different inversions. To truly understand and develop facility playing inversions, you need to make some quick calculations. You will need to know the pitch content of the chord in root, third, fifth order, the shape of the inversion, and the placement of the root in that inversion. Finally, you must choose a correct fingering for that inversion. Let's review the shape and the location of the root tone in root position, first and second inversion chords. In a root position, or 5-3 triad, the root of the chord is always found in the bottom voice. Notice the stack of thirds. In a first inversion, or 6-3 chord, the root is always found in the top voice. Notice that the bottom interval is a third. In a second inversion, or 6-4 chord, the root is always in the middle voice. Notice that the bottom interval is a fourth. These different chord shapes require different fingerings for ease and comfort and are shown here, but you can watch the video Inversion Fingerings for a more thorough discussion of fingerings. In each of the following examples, you will observe a process that you can use to help you develop facility with inversions. Let's practice finding a D minor root position triad. Before playing, recall that the content of the chord is D, F, A. The shape of the chord is a stack of thirds, a 5-3 chord, and the placement of the root is at the bottom of the chord. Visualize it on the keyboard and on the staff. Since the root is at the bottom of a stack of thirds, the root position chord is the easiest to find quickly. Always locate the root first, then conform your hand to the 5-3 shape and the specific chord content. Let's practice finding an E major first inversion chord. The content of the chord is E, G sharp, B. The shape of the chord is 6-3, and the placement of the root is at the top of the chord. Visualize it on the keyboard and on the staff. It is important to conform your hand to the correct chord shape as soon as possible. In first inversion chords, since the root is at the top of the chord, the first thing that you will wish to do is place your right hand fifth finger on the note E. Then quickly adjust your hand to the 6-3 shape with the correct chord content. If playing this with the left hand, you would place your thumb on the root E, then quickly adjust your hand to the rest of the chord. Let's practice G minor second inversion. The content of the chord is G, B flat, D. The shape of the chord is 6-4. The root is in the middle voice. Visualize it on the keyboard and on the staff. In second inversion chords, since the root is in the middle of the chord, the first thing that you will wish to do is place your right hand third finger on the root note G. Then quickly adjust your hand to the 6-4 shape with the correct chord content. If playing this with the left hand, you would place your second finger on the root G, then quickly adjust your hand to the rest of the chord. Because of the multiple requirements for constructing chord inversions, it is important to utilize a systematic process when playing these on the keyboard. Be aware of the chord content, the chord shape, the position of the root, and remember to use the correct fingerings.